A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for some boys basketball here on TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be here tonight as the boys, they are undefeated coming in to this one here. The battle of undefeateds as a undefeated Sherrard comes to Abingdon, and they will do battle with the A-Town Tornadoes, who are 6-0 to start this season. Again, Sherrard comes in at 4-0, so one team will suffer their first loss. That's in the varsity matchup this evening. First, we got your JV matchup here, and we are happy to bring this one to you here. It should be a fun one as well. As we get ready to go here, the opening tip-off for our JV game will be getting underway here very, very shortly. And, boy, this is the first crack that we get to see, at least myself, I get to see the boys. TSSR, of course, was at the Bushnell Thanksgiving tournament that they had, where the A-Town boys, varsity-wise, were victorious in that tournament and going undefeated and winning that tournament crown. So now here we are in their first home matchup here this season, and it's going to be a fun season here. Basketball is the top dog right now here at A-Town High School, as you've got a couple of very good teams. Of course, the girls get their 8th win of the season last night on the varsity side. The boys currently sitting at 6-0. We're excited to see how this one's going to play out here. Our JV matchup, though, about to get underway here. The starting lineup steps out onto the floor here as we get ready to go here. By the way, this is coverage of A-Town Sports brought to you by Mid-Century Fiber here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So we certainly appreciate Mid-Century Fiber for jumping on board here this evening and being our sponsor really all throughout the season here. And already I've got a mix-up here with a jersey number. I'm not sure who number 10 is on this A-Town side, but number 10 is out there, and I don't have a name for him. Elias Carrion is number 2. He's out there. Eli Schisler also out there. Number 40 is Dax Anderson. And number 24 is Branson Thomas. Those are the starters for the A-Town side. I'll get the starters on the Sherrard side. We are underway here. The Tigers win the opening tip-off, and they go to the corner. There's a 3 on the way. That's a good way to start. A 3 for number 3. And that is Landon Van Winkle. And an opening three-pointer from the corner, and then a steal. Here come the Tigers quickly the other way. They go to the basket. That one laid up and in. It's number 13, Maddox Mayhew, with the basket. And the Tigers off to a quick 5-0 start. Just like that. And just for reference here, if you're watching here and you think, oh boy, those look like some very big kids out there for the Sherrard side. I mean, their entire sophomore lineup here is 5'10" or taller. I mean, there are some big kids at Sherrard, so this is going to be a tough battle here tonight for the A-Town side. A size mismatch, to say the least, but we'll see how it plays out here this evening. By the way, if anybody has number 10's number here, if we know who that is on the A-Town side, I would appreciate that. Cooper Anderson, I beg pardon, he just scored right there. So Cooper Anderson, he's number 11 on my roster. He'll be number 10, though, here tonight. He scores the opening basket for the A-Town side, so no worries there. Top of the key, there's a 3 on the way for the Tigers. Anderson had that one bounce off his head, and the rebound comes out to A-Town. A quick 5-0 start there, but Branson Thomas with the basket there, and the A-Town Tornadoes are back to within 1 here after back-to-back buckets here. Good start to this ball game here, a little back and forth. As it goes to the baseline, kicks it out, left side, 3 on the way. Another one, that one rattles out. Boy, good look there. Offensive rebound, though. We got a whistle, we got a tie-up as Dominique Ferenkrog, hopefully I say that name correctly there, he gets the offensive rebound, but tie-up will give it to A-Town here this evening. 5-4 the start. A-Town with the basketball here as it goes to Eli Schisler into the corner. There's a 3 on the way for Branson Thomas. He's got the range to do that. Expect to see a lot of 3s from him here this evening. There's a 3 the other way for the Tigers. That one is no good. Offensive rebound, though, taken. That was Colby Butts with the shot. Top of the key, there's a 3 on the way for Mayhew, wide open. It's no good. Offensive rebound there to Cam Sennett, the freshman, excuse me. goes up. We got a whistle. We got a foul, and the first foul of the ball game on the A-Town side. And that will send big number 2. Well, that's Harper Farwell, excuse me, because he's not 5'6". There's 2 number 2s on the JV roster here. One's 5'6", the other's 6'3". And I think it's safe to say that that is the 6'3" option right there. Harper Farwell, a sophomore, 6'3". Could you imagine being 6'3" as a sophomore, Chris? Chris running our camera here tonight. Oh, boy, that would be something else. Second free throw is no good, 0 for 2, as Dax Anderson comes away with a rebound. That would not be. Man, I couldn't believe being 6'3" as a sophomore. I'd like to be 6'3" at 30 years old, but 5'8" it is. The other way, Cooper Anderson whistling a foul, and that's going to be Sherrard's first foul. Short Kings unite here. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here tonight. 5-4 our score, 4:18 to go in this opening quarter as Schisler gets it into the corner. Carrion with it now. Back to Schisler. Left side. And this is the first time getting to see both the boys' sides here, JV and varsity here this season. Excited to see what these boys have in store here this season. A lot of hype, especially with the 6-0 start on the varsity side. A lot of hype here at A-Town High School. 3 seconds on the shot clock. This one got to go up. That one off the front of the rim. That one no good. And the rebound comes out to the Tigers. Playing with the shot clock here tonight. That one intercepted. A nice play by Anderson. Gets it up the floor here. Here comes Eli Schisler, and he missed the layup. Schisler can't get that one to go here. 3:35 to go. Tigers with it. That one looking for the baseline. A miscommunication there, and it's taken away by A-Town. Here's Schisler. Bringing it back up the floor here, 5-4. The scoring is slowed down here a little bit. Schisler picks up the dribble. Anderson cutting to the basket, splits the defense, puts it up and in. A nice basket there. Cooper Anderson gets it to go, and A-Town has the lead here in our JV matchup here, 6-5 our score. 3:05 to go. Left side, big number 14, that is Devin Bull. Back to the baseline, nice cut to the basket, laying that one up and in. It's Maddox Mayhew. Mayhew has another one. He's got 4 here tonight. And with 2:45 to go here, opening quarter, a 7-6 start. Anderson hands it off, top of the key to Carrion. Carrion picks up the dribble, gets it to Schisler. Schisler right side, spin moved, and gives up the dribble, I should say, and passes it out to Cooper Anderson. That one battle for. Anderson comes away with it. He's going to get a timeout as Coach Batson. 30-second timeout. We'll take 15. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here as you're watching coverage of A-Town Sports, brought to you by Mid-Century Fiber here on TSSR. 7-6 our score here, 2:24 to go in the opening quarter. A timeout by A-Town after a loose ball. So they keep possession here. Every possession going to be very valuable here, as is every possession in any sport that you play. 15 on the shot clock here, so A-Town got to move quickly as Thomas gets it right side. 12 on the shot clock. Carrion has it, kicks it up top to Anderson. Good ball movement here by A-Town. Top of the key, that's number 15, Colin Jennings, into the game for the first time. 1 second on the shot clock, and they lost track of that shot clock. Again, it'll be an adjustment period. I went into, kind of my soapbox about the, the shot clock last night. So I won't do it again tonight, but shot clock era coming to the state of Illinois in 2026. Going to be some growing pains, but ultimately I think it will be for the best of the game of basketball in the state of Illinois. Into the corner it goes. There's a 3 on the way. That one off the back rim, no good, and the rebound goes to Branson Thomas. 1:42 to go Here Thomas has it, left side, cross-court pass. That's a dangerous pass. Ends up in the hands of Carrion. A three from the right wing. That one up and good. It's Elias Carrion for three. 9-7, A-Town with the lead, their biggest lead here in the ball game. That one then taken away by Carrion. Carrion up the floor, bringing it the other way is Fowler. That one, a lot of contact, no call. Cameron Fowler's shot blocked, 1:15 to go. Inside pass, it goes to Butts. Nice pass back to the free throw line, into the corner, back to Butts. Colby Butts, extra pass, gets it to Shar. That one up no good, and the rebound comes out. I have Shar, period. I don't think that's his full last name there. Top of the key, a three on the way for Carrion again! He's hot! Back-to-back threes for Carrion, and it's 12-7 A-Town. 42 seconds to go here in the first. Cross-court pass. Nice pump fake there, but Van Winkle goes to the free throw line and kicks it out. Top of the key, a three on the way, looking for an answer. Shooter's touch, gets that one to go. Devin Bull, his first three of the ball game. 12-10, 20 seconds to go. Into the corner, there's a three on the way from the wing. That one's short, however. Jennings with the shot, that one ends up going out of bounds off the hands of Sherrard. Anyone know who plays after this? That'd be the varsity plays after this there. Echo, seeing your comment there. Feel free to get into the comments. Be Sherrard and A-Town, the varsity squads will do battle. 13.5 seconds to go. Thomas with it, kicks it to Jennings in the corner. 8 seconds to go. Jennings gets it up top to Carrion. 4 seconds, got to move. 3 seconds, Carrion. Step back, three on the way at the buzzer. That one no good. And an exciting first quarter comes to an end. 12-10. Back and forth we go here in our JV matchup. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here. You're watching coverage of A-Town Sports here on TSSR, brought to you by Mid-Century Fiber. 12-10 our score after 1 quarter of action. Elias Carrion with back-to-back threes. He leads the way for A-Town with 6 points. Cooper Anderson with 4 and Branson Thomas with 2. What a quarter that was. Good back and forth. A-Town certainly dealing with a size mismatch here this evening, but they're stepping back and shooting threes, and they've been hitting them here so far. Inbounds play, and we're back underway here as Mayhew has it. 7 minutes on the clock here. We start quarter number 2. I'll get the scoreboard updated here. As that inside pass, big number 45, that's Farrenkrog. Farrenkrog puts up the shot, and that one no good, and a whistle. We got a foul. That's going to be on Dominique Farrenkrog, a 6'6" sophomore. Oh, my word. That is a big dude. First foul of the second quarter here on Sherrard. Not a lot of fouls in that first half, in that first quarter, I should say. Still feels very unnatural with the foul rules. 6:37 to go. A turnover by A-Town. That possession, quick turnaround there. Bringing it up the floor are the Tigers in their purple and gold here tonight. Up top, that's Harper Farwell. Kicks it left side to Van Winkle. Van Winkle. Good defense here by A-Town, not letting them inside. 20 on the shot clock. To the wing. Double team comes. Top of the key now. Drives inside, kicks it into the corner. Thought about shooting. 9 seconds to shoot. Shot up, short. That one rebounded. Offensive rebound. Farrenkrog can't get it to go. And another offensive rebound, but then it's taken away by A-Town. Whistle. I think the clock had stopped. The shot clock went off. Nobody knew who had possession of it. I think the clock was supposed to reset. Coach Batson was arguing for a shot clock violation, but that did hit the rim, so the shot clock should have reset. Again, there's going to be some growing pains. But as we talked about last night, the officials came together, and now A-Town's got the basketball. All righty then. But as we talked about in the girls' game last night, it will be for the good of the game. I think even the older folks who are a little anti-change right now, they'll realize that. As Carrion goes inside, that shot up and good, and a foul! Elias Carrion! He's red hot here in the first half. What a shot by Carrion. Gets that one to go through the contact and one. Second foul on Sherrard here in this quarter. Branson Thomas and Colin Jennings will check out. Eli Schisler and Cooper Anderson will check back in. Also checking out Caden McCann. Actually, he will check out. I didn't even see him on the floor, to be honest with you. Cameron Fowler into the game. Shot up, and the and one opportunity is no good. Still 8 points for Carrion to start this one. 14-10 our score. Driving inside, good defense there. Able to seal that one off. Free throw line, Farrenkrog. Can't get that one to go, and the rebound comes out. Here come the Tornadoes quickly the other way, going all the way to the basket. At one, up and in. Cooper Anderson. He's got 6. A-Town leads by 6. 16-10, quickly the other way. That one, a nice answer for big number 2. That's Harper Farwell. His first basket of the ball game. Into the corner, Carrion. Pump fakes up top. Anderson, top of the key, a 3 off the back rim, no good. Anderson with a rebound. Dax Anderson and Cooper Anderson out on the floor. Dax gets it to Carrion, left side, 5 minutes to go here. 12 seconds, on the shot clock. Carrion to the free throw line, lost the handle. Into the paint it goes regardless. 5 seconds, there's a 3 on the way for Schisler. Right wing 3, it's up and good for Eli Schisler. 19-12 our score. Quickly the other way. Here come the Tigers. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back. A lot of contact and a foul. Cameron Fowler going to pick up the foul. How about this action? This is just the JV matchup here tonight, folks. This has been a lot of fun. 19-12 as going to the line Colby Butts. First one up and good for Farwell. Or for Butts, I should say. And the first foul on A-Town here in this quarter. I just put 2 right there. Back-to-back free throws is good for the Tigers. I meant to do that. And it's 19-14. .435 to go. Here comes Anderson with it the other way. Kicks it up top of the key. Another 3 on the way for Schisler. That one might have been too quick. And the rebounding effort for Fowler goes into the hands of the Tigers. Quickly the other way. The Tigers 3 on the way. That one halfway down and out. Good look there by Landon Van Winkle. 4:15 to go. 19-14. Cooper Anderson lost the handle. Coming the other way, here comes Devin Bull to the basket, no good, and the rebound out of play. Last touch by A-Town. 4:03 to go. A lot of buzz around these boys here, on both teams really on the floor here tonight. Got our friends from WRMJ, the radio station, here covering Sherrard. Van Winkle kicks it up top of the key. There's a 3 on the way. That one up and good. It's Devin Bull. His second 3 of the ball game, and the Tigers are right back in it. 19-17, 3:45 to go. Into the corner, Carrion thought about it. He's been red hot here. I'm surprised he didn't take it. Oh, through the contact. Oh, it doesn't matter. Still gets that one to go. And then an interception. Throws it away, though, on that effort play there. Right wing, there's a 3 on the way. It's no good. Rebound out to Schisler. Schisler going all the way, and a foul is called. And Schisler will go to the line. 21-17 our score. 3:20 to go here in the first half. It'll be a foul on Sherrard, their third here in the quarter. Eli Schisler to the line, shooting at free throws for the first time for A-Town here. Schisler gets the first one to go. It's 22-17. A-Town's lead has been as high as 6. But the Tigers, they are not going anywhere, I tell you. This is a good ball club here. A lot of height, a lot of size, length, whatever you want to say. And these are just sophomores out there, folks. There's even some freshmen on their roster that are 5'10", 6 foot tall. Something in the water up there in Rock Island County in Sherrard, Illinois. I tell you, 3:15 to go. Kicks it right side. It is Butts. Butts to the free throw line. Puts up the shot. That one no good. Offensive rebound. Nice effort there. Shot goes up, no. Another offensive rebound. Butts puts the shot back up. No good, but a foul. And it'll be 2 shots for Colby Butts with 2:59 to go here in quarter number 2. Sherrard has been to the free throw line here tonight, but they went 0 for 2. First one on the way, though, up and good for Butts. Actually, that's the 3rd time they've been to the line. I beg pardon. First one is good. It's 23-18. Second one rattles home. Butts with back-to-back free throws. And now it's 23-19. 2:59 to go here in the first half as Carrion with it just across the timeline. Carrion goes to the left wing, trying to get it to Anderson. Has to get it cross court now to Branson Thomas. Thomas met by Colby Butts. It is a size mismatch and a half. A foul is called on Sherrard. I don't have sizes on the A-Town side, on the A-Town roster, but I do have Colby Butts being 6'4", the sophomore. And I know Branson Thomas, he's not that big. He's a big kid, but he's not that big. Carrion double teamed on the inbounds play, able to get it to, tried to get it to Thomas for a moment, and it goes into the hands of the Tigers. Coming the other way, that one just taken away by Anderson. Nice play defensively, Cooper Anderson. Coming the other way is Thomas to Carrion in the corner. Right side, 2:20 to go here, first half. Cooper Anderson with it, kicks it right side, Branson Thomas. Thomas, we got a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be another foul on Sherrard. That's going to put them over the limit. That'll be their 5th. It'll be on number 14, Devin Bull. Team's 5th. And it'll be some free throws. So A-Town the rest of the way here in the first half will be in the bonus. First time getting to use that little fancy bonus thing underneath somebody's score here this season. A lot of the girls' games, not a lot of fouls. Even though there's some games there probably should be more fouls than we've actually seen. First one up and good for Branson Thomas. Speaking of the girls, we'll have head coach Brent Dugan joining us for the varsity game here. Give us a little play-by-play. Happy to have him on the headset there just to give us another voice, a different angle, a coach's angle as well. 25-19 our score. And that one taken away by Carrion. Carrion one-on-one the other way. Left-handed layup. It's up and good. Elias Carrion with another basket. 27-19. A-Town's biggest lead. And that one nearly turned over. Good play there defensively by A-Town, but it goes out of play. Last touch by A-Town. 1:51 to go here, second quarter. And Maddox Mayhew will inbound the ball here, trailing by 8. Tigers need a basket. Nice play on that inbound, but sealed off. Farron Krog, turnaround shot. The 6'6" sophomore shot no good. And the rebound comes out to A-Town as Cooper Anderson brings it across the timeline. Anderson gets a screen from Dax Anderson. 1.5 minutes. 90 seconds to go. Carrion with the dozen. He put up a floater. That one a good look. No good, though. Rebound. Here come the Tigers. 1:20 to go. Picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass. Farron Krog. Turnaround shot at the free throw line. That one no good. Farron Krog gets his own miss. Can't get it to go. Another shot goes up on that offensive glass. Harper Farwell. He'll go to the line. A-Town committing the foul. A-Town's third. They've still got a couple fouls to give, but it was a shooting foul. So Harper Farwell to the line. 6'3" sophomore. First one up and good. It's up and good, so the Tigers back to within 7. 27-20. Second one on the way, up and off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound, though, Farron Krog. Boy, tough to get around that size. Dax is trying his best. He's been jumping high, but Farron Krog can jump a little bit higher at 6'6", and that wingspan. Under a minute to go here after the miss. Thomas, ooh, that's going to be a carry. Would have been a nice highlight reel, but they don't allow that in basketball. Unfortunate. Don't forget our varsity game coming up a little bit later on. And again, we'll have the girls basketball head coach, Brent Dugan, on the mic, giving us some color commentary. Top of the key. There are 3 on the way for the Tigers. That one no good. Good look there by Colby Butts. But the scoring has gone very, very cold here for the Tigers. There's a 3 on the way the other way. It hit the net, but the underneath part of the net. Didn't hit the rim. 28 seconds to go. Other way, here come the Tigers. A 3 off the back rim. It hit the wire. It would have went in, but it hit the wire. Landon Van Winkle. And now the shot clock is off. A-Town can play for the last shot. Is checking into the ball game. Jack Shar. I don't think that's his full name, but that's all they have on the stat sheet. So that's what we're going to have to go with here. If anybody from Sherrard knows, Carrion with it, gets it to Dax Anderson. 15 seconds to go here, first half. A great first half here by the A-Town side. It's Carrion into the corner, Branson Thomas, 6 seconds left. Thomas, step back elbow, gets it inside and putting up the shot. That one rattling home, getting it to go right before the buzzer. It's Terrence Reffett. Reffett with the first shot of the first half. Gets that one to go. Make sure that was the right number here. I believe it was, number 13, yeah. So what a basket there to close out a strong first half despite the size mismatch. The A-Town Tornadoes off to a 9-point lead here, but 2 quarters of action still remain. As we'll step aside, our friend Dwayne will have an interview with our title sponsor, MDH. Of course, we appreciate them and all the work that they do and all the support they have for TSSR. So we'll chat with them, and when we come back from that interview, we'll take a look at the numbers and get you ready for the second half. We got a good one in store, and this is just game 1. Our JV matchup, the A-Town Tornadoes lead this one 29-20 after 2 quarters of basketball. Our halftime interview with Dwayne starts now on TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
All right, well, we're here with Bill Murdoch, and this is the second year in a row, Bill, that I've talked to you.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably unfortunately for you. I think you might have been the most talked about interview of all of our MDH interviews last year, though.
I don't know whether I need to be proud of that or ashamed of that. I don't know which one to go with.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Probably.
The thing that I find comical is I gave you a hard time last year, as I said, because, man, you're way up the ladder. You know, you're a high-end employee for me to be talking to. And you're even higher up the road now than you were last year.
Yeah, yes. Last year when we spoke, I was the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, and since then I've been in the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer here at the hospital for about 8 months now.
Well, not to toot your horn, but everything I hear is good coming out of MDH since you've taken over. So what was your mindset when you stepped into that role, and what do you see MDH doing here this year?
I've never had aspirations to be a CEO of a hospital, but we have a great team here, and I just felt it was that time in my career to step in and take over and see how it goes. We have a great team here at MDH, very proud of everybody. They're very passionate and have a lot of pride in the organization. So it just made that job so much easier for me to step into my new role.
Yeah, it's easy to work with people who want to do a good job, isn't it? And it seems like everybody I talk to here is that kind of person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's engaged, and they want to do well, and they want to succeed. And we want them to succeed here at the organization.
I think MDH has always had a pretty good name in the area. What are you trying to do for MDH to even step that up a little bit more?
Right. So Pat Osterman and myself, we've done a lot of community relationship building, reaching out to the community leaders, reaching out to our competitors to see how we can work together better to be a stronger organization overall.
Yeah, strong organization, and you guys continue to add pieces and parts. You've expanded to Monmouth. We talked a little bit about that with your urgent care and physical therapy. The pharmacy is looking really nice right now.
Right, and it's ready to come online. The construction's finishing up this week, and then next step is to get the certifications, inspections going. So we should be open for business later at the end of this year or first part of January.
So we mentioned last year you're relatively local to the McDonough County area. So you're one of the first CEOs that I remember that's local to McDonough. You have like a foothold in the area. Does that make this job, not that being CEO of any company doesn't have meaning, but does it mean a little more for you because you are from here?
It does, and it helps. I think it builds trust because they know I'm local. I'll have that connection with the community. Yes, my mother owns farmland south of town. My father-in-law owns farmland here. My wife's a bomber. She's a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck. We got kids that are leathernecks too. So I feel like we have a lot of fabric in the community to take this organization to the next level.
Well, we're going to keep the interview shorter, but I cannot get done with this interview without asking if you got any deer last year.
I did. Actually, yes, I did. And as we talked last year too, I participate Hunters for the Hungry, where we donate our harvest, and I did that last year. So yes, I was successful.
So you spend a lot of time at MDH and helping people, and then you're helping people when you're at home too.
Try to. That's a little different. You know, you're by yourself, and sometimes that's good to decompress and do all that. But yeah, no, it works out well.
So what's been the biggest surprise? You never had any ideas of wanting to be CEO. What's been the biggest surprise so far since you've taken a job?
Oh, I think just the loyalty our staff has for the organization. They want it to do well, and I think with that support has made this job so much better for me.
Well, Bill, I appreciate you talking to me. It's always fun getting to talk to you, so hopefully we'll do it again next year, and we'll have new big things to talk about from MDH.
Let's plan on it, and thank you for your time and having me on again this year after last year.
Hey, not a problem. Like I said, you were the biggest fan, I think, supported video of all of them. So we'll see if you can continue that. Maybe I should give an award.
You think?
I think we should come up with an award.
Okay, you work on that,
okay,
and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are at the half of our JV contest here this evening, as the A-Town Tornadoes leading the Sherrard Tigers by the score of 29-20. A good back and forth first half. A-Town fell behind 5-0 off rip, but they since have taken control on to a certain extent, I would say, but Sherrard has certainly not gone away by any stretch of the imagination. Biggest lead that anybody's had is this 9-point lead, so nobody's gotten out to any sort of 10-point lead. So it's been a very close contest here through 2 quarters of basketball, and 2 more quarters of basketball remain here in our JV contest. And we're excited to see how this one plays out, as it was a good first half for Elias Carrion, as the young player here, the young sophomore is what I meant to say. Sophomore had 12 points in the first half. He hit some big threes just to get the offense going in that early part of the first half. So Carrion has been a big spark plug here for this A-Town JV squad. He finished the first half with 12. 6 points for Cooper Anderson. He's played well on both sides of the ball. The sophomore making a really big impact on the defensive side of the ball as well. 4 points for Branson Thomas here tonight. 5 points for Eli Schisler. 2 points just before the buzzer for Terrence Reffett, number 13. And that is your scoring breakdown for the A-Town side. For the Tigers side of Sherrard, Tigers led in scoring by Devin Bull. He had 6 points to lead the way, a couple of threes. 4 points tonight for Maddox Mayhew. 3 points for Landon Van Winkle. 3 points for Colby Butts. And 3 points tonight for Harper Farwell. And that is your scoring breakdown. I'm missing another point. I think Butts had another free throw. So I think that is all. So Butts might have had 4. Because if I'm looking correctly, yep, that's 20. So I was missing a free throw, and I had Butts with just 1 free throw, but I think he made another free throw in that first half. So I think I got Colby Butts now with 4 points. They don't have the running score for all the players on the side. They do that in the varsity game, but they don't have that up right now. But we're about ready to start the second half, and good to have you with us. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here this evening, and your reaction to the action that has been played. I mean, it's been a great first half. I mean, this is some good basketball. These two teams, very, very talented, even on their JV squads. I mean, if this is just a precursor of what we're going to see in the varsity contest tonight, boy, folks, we are in for a doozy. Happy to have you along here tonight. So you're watching the coverage of A-Town Sports, presented by Mid-Century Fiber on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Let's get things started here. Our third quarter underway as Carrion takes the inbounds play. 7 minutes on the clock, and we're back underway here. Good to have you with us. Up top, it's Anderson. Gets it to Carrion. Carrion with it, kicks it into the corner. Eli Schisler now with the basketball. Branson Thomas out there as well, and Dax Anderson, number 40, on the floor to start the second half for A-Town. They hand it off to Schisler. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Carrion with it. 6 seconds, a 3 on the way. That one up, and that is going to be a foul on a three-point basket with 3 seconds on the shot clock. That you just can't let happen if you are Sherrard. That is a foul. I believe it's on number 3, Landon Van Winkle. They haven't come on the PA system and said yet, but I believe that was what the call is. First one up, no good for Cooper Anderson, who had 6 points in the first half. Rocking the light pink shoes here this evening. If you were joining us last night, all of Monmouth-Roseville had bright pink shoes during that broadcast. Second one, no good. One more here for Cooper Anderson. Pink shoes, a nice style choice, I would say. I would be rocking the pink shoes. One of the best pairs of shoes I ever owned was a pink pair of shoes. And then they got stolen. That's a long story. The third one is good, and it's the first double-digit lead in this ball game. A-Town leads 30-20. The free throw there, 1 out of 3 for Cooper Anderson. That one tipped out of play. I tell you, Anderson's been playing some really good defense, getting into the passing lanes and making an impact on the defensive side. Plus, with the offensive side, he's got the second most points for A-Town in this after the first half with 6 points. 6:14 to go here, third quarter, as nice pass inside to Fahrenkrog. Can't get that one to go. And the rebound comes out, Branson Thomas. Eli Schisler brings it across the timeline. Schisler stops, picks up the dribble. Back to Thomas, left side, looking for a screen. He gets the screen, now he's open, top of the key, 3. That was halfway down and out. And the rebound comes out. Tigers got it into the corner, nearly picked off by Branson Thomas. That one blocked away by Eli Schisler. Schisler coming the other way. Stutter step, he'll slow down. Double team comes, back to Thomas. Oh, cutting back. Backside, there's a 3 on the way for Carrion, halfway down and out. Boy, a couple of baskets. Could have blown this thing wide open for A-Town, but still leading by 10. Top of the key, driving. But stop there with that A-Town defense. Farwell kicks it. Fahrenkrog backs down. Turnaround shot. A lot of contact, no call. Dominique Fahrenkrog, number 45, with that last shot. Here comes Carrion. Dax Anderson with it. Free throw line. Good ball movement here by A-Town. Nearly lost it, though, is Carrion. 5:05 to go. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ooh, nice behind the back dribble there by Schisler. Back to Branson Thomas. They'll reset with 15. Inside pass to Carrion. A floater. Can't get it to go. Fahrenkrog skies for the rebound. Bringing it the other way. Here comes Sherrard. Need a basket here. Try to cut into this 10-point lead. There's a 3 on the way. I thought his foot was on the line. I thought it would have been a 2, but it doesn't go in either way. 4:35 to go. Bringing it back. Cooper Anderson hands it off to Eli Schisler. No field goals for either side here through 2.5 minutes of this quarter. 17 on the shot clock here, top of the key. Anderson drives, right side, backs down, kicks it to Dax Anderson. Anderson stops, back to Cooper Anderson, 5 on the shot clock, a 3 left wing on the way. That one up and good! It's Eli Schisler from deep. As the shot clock was expiring, he hits the bucket. Schisler's got 8, and it's 33-20. Biggest lead of the contest for A-Town, and a whistle and a foul. A-Town's got a number of players here that have got the range that can make shots from deep, and you're seeing it here tonight. You got Elias Carrion with a couple of 3s. You've got Eli Schisler with 2 3s. I know Branson Thomas has the range. We saw it last year when he was playing JV. I mean, there is some good players on this A-Town side. Fahrenkrog's first shot up and good. His first points in this ball game. That one goes in, and it makes it a 33-21 to score. And Fahrenkrog, the 6'6" sophomore. Second one on the way, it's up and good. 33-22 now the score. .351 to go here, third quarter, as looks like Sherrard going to play a little full court pressure here. Not a bad idea when you're trailing by 11. It's not going to be super tight, though, like maybe the A-Town girls defense was last night. My goodness, if you were watching that game, I kind of felt bad for Monmouth Roseville near the end of that game last night. They were just trying to do everything they could, but the suffocating defense of the A-Town girls just wore them down. Carrion kicks it into the corner. Anderson with it. That's why they're going to be up. Nice pass. Anderson cutting to the basket, laying it up and in. Cooper Anderson finds a lane and gets in for 2. 35-22. A-Town back in front by 13. Nice find underneath the basket, laying it up and in. Maddox Mayhew with his third basket here in the contest. 35-24 our score, under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Eli Schisler with it right side as he turns, drives, double team comes, puts up the floater, somehow gets that one to go. Eli Schisler with another basket. He's got 10. 37-24, taken away by A-Town. Here's Branson Thomas. Bringing it the other way, into the corner. Carrion thought about it, kicks it up top. Dax Anderson will shoot for three. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound comes out, here come the Tigers. Mayhew goes inside, puts up a floater, a lot of contact, and the rebound comes out to A-Town. Schisler kicks it, corner, Carrion. 2:13 to go here in the third quarter. Branson Thomas with it left side, 37-24, 15 on the shot clock. Thomas gets it to Anderson, backing down, going all the way to the basket, laying it up and in, and a foul! Dax Anderson with the bucket and the harm. The big man was not going to be denied. Dax Anderson goes to the rack, lays it up and in, and one. That'll be the second foul in this quarter on Sherrard. I'd missed the first one there, so Anderson to the line, his first basket. 39-24. The A-Town defense has played so good here so far in this ball game. 2 minutes exactly here in this third quarter. Dax Anderson, the and one opportunity. Off the side of the backboard, it didn't hit the rim though. So that will be an inbounds pass. And here come the Tigers of Sherrard, trailing by 15, their biggest deficit here in this ball game here so far. Mayhew gets it inside, a lot of contact, no call. Ferenkrog puts up the shot on the offensive rebound. It's no good. Offensive efforts thrown away. And it'll be A-Town basketball. 1:44 to go here, quarter number 3. A-Town led by 2 after the first quarter and then kind of dominated things 17-10 in quarter number 2 to get out to that 9-point lead. And there's an open man underneath the basket, and there's a miscommunication there. Cameron Fowler, he was wide open there for a moment. As we got a whistle, and I believe we got a timeout. Coach Batson, even though they are out to a big lead. Actually, that's a timeout on Sherrard. I thought it was on the A-Town side, but Sherrard will call a timeout. They're trying to get back into this one, trailing by 15. We'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as you're watching coverage of A-Town Sports, presented by Mid-Century Fiber here on TSSR. 39-24, A-Town with the lead over the Sherrard Tigers here in our JV matchup. Our varsity contest coming up a little bit later here tonight, so feel free to stick around. The battle of undefeated teams. 6-0 A-Town, champions of the BPC Thanksgiving tournament. Oh, nice cut to the basket. Ferenkrog gets that one to go. Nice play out of the timeout for Dominique Ferenkrog. And the basket is good. Makes it 39-26. Sherrard comes in 4-0, by the way, on the varsity side, so one team will suffer their first loss. Should be a good crowd on hand for that one. Thomas, inside pass, going to the basket, laying that one up and in. It's Caden McCann. We haven't seen him out on the floor much here tonight, but he gets his first basket. 41-26. And falling to the floor is Krog, and he's going to get called for a travel. Just been one of those evenings here for the JV side on Sherrard. 55.3 seconds to go. 41-26 the score. Inbounds pass. That is Branson Thomas. Back to Eli Schisler. About a 19-second difference between shot and game clock. You can take a 2-for-1 opportunity here if you want, if you're A-Town. Branson Thomas with it. In the corner, picks up the dribble. Gets it to Schisler. Extra pass. McCann gets another basket, lays it up and in. Caden McCann with back-to-back buckets. Biggest lead of the day for A-Town. Shot no good there by Sherrard. And we got a whistle and a foul called with 21.5 seconds to go in quarter number 3. That'll be the third foul on Sherrard here in this quarter, so no bonus, no free throws yet. 21.5 seconds to go. A-Town can draw themselves up another basket potentially to go into the fourth quarter with their biggest lead. They're already at their biggest lead here in the contest. It's at 17, 43-26. They're outscoring the Tigers in this quarter 14-6. Shot no good, and the rebound comes out. Here come the Tigers. They're going to have a chance now. Kicking it the other way. Pump fake. Top of the key. There's a three at the buzzer. That one no good by Jack Shaw, and that'll end our third quarter. 43-26 the score as we go to the fourth. We're back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call here. Fourth quarter of action about to get underway as the A-Town Tornadoes in our JV matchup, leading the Sherrard Tigers 43-26. A-Town, as I mentioned just before we went to break, they're outscoring the Tigers 14-6 in quarter number 3. Every quarter it's gotten better for A-Town. 12-10 after the first. And then it was a 17-10 second quarter for A-Town, and now a 14-6 third quarter, and that has gotten the lead to balloon to the biggest lead it's been so far here. A 17-point lead as we start the fourth. Good to have you with us. Again, feel free to get into the comments. Let us know your reaction to this contest. As A-Town got a couple of bench players out there. Nice pass inside, turnaround shot, laying it up and in. Landon Van Winkle getting that one to go for the Tigers. Good answer there. Got to get more of those. Branson Thomas with it. Got to get some stops here defensively as well. That's been their big problem here as the shot clock expired. And they hadn't reset it after the basket was made. Again, we just got some growing pains with shot clocks. We'll get it down by next year, I promise. 6:20 to go here in the fourth. 7-minute quarters here in these JV matchups. 15 now on the shot clock. Branson Thomas with it. Back up top to Elias Carrion. Carrion, a team-high 12 points. Didn't score in that third quarter, though. There's Thomas, left wing three on the way as the shot clock winding down. That one no good, and the rebound goes out of play. Krog had that one boxed out, I think. It's going to reset with a new shot clock. It should anyway. 35, yep, and there's the new shot clock. Fresh 35 here for the Tigers, but they don't want to use all that shot clock. They need to get some points. They need to get it in a hurry. 5:45 to go here in the fourth. Krog, nice pass to the baseline. Cutting to the basket, laying it up and in, and a foul. That's Landon Van Winkle again. finding his way to the basket, the and one opportunity. As the first foul on the Tornadoes here in the quarter. 5:41 to go. This one ain't over yet. 43-30 our score. As Landon Van Winkle will go to the line for the and one. This is making a 12-point game, which would be the closest that it's been since early in the third quarter. Landon Van Winkle with 7 points to lead the way here for Sherrard. As the free throw is up and good, 43-31. Never easy in this business, as the great Mike Shannon used to say. As that pass, nice find. Branson Thomas breaks free, extra pass, and that one intercepted. Nice play by Shar. Bringing it the other way, here come the Tigers, looking to get on that scoreboard again and maybe cut this to a 10-point lead. We got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on the floor. It will be on the floor, so A-Town, their second foul. A little bit of momentum here potentially for Sherrard. Inbounds pass, nice find, laying that one up and in. It's Colby Butts. And here come the Tigers, suddenly down by 10. Branson Thomas with it up top. It is a hot start here, a 5-0. Actually, it's a 7-0 start. There's an answer, a 3 for Cooper Anderson. Anderson for 3. That was a big bucket for A-Town. Turnaround shot the other way. That one no good for the Tigers. 46-33 our score. Driving the baseline, carrying through the contact. Somehow gets that one to go. What a basket by Carrion. He's been hitting those all game long. 4:45 to go here in the fourth. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Van Winkle. Van Winkle at the free throw line. He's got an open look. He'll shoot it, and that one no good. Didn't even hit the rim. Here comes Thomas the other way. Branson Thomas going to go all the way to the rack. Left-handed layup, gets it to go. Branson Thomas with 6. 50-33. That lead is back up to 17. It was down to 10 just a minute ago. But a quick 7-0 run here for A-Town. There's an open look, but driving inside, a whistle. Colin Jennings is fouled. And that'll be the first foul on Sherrard here in the quarter. That'll be on Colby Butts, his third. 4:04 to go here, quarter number 4. A 7-0 run by Sherrard, answered by a 7-0 run by A-Town. What a quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Anderson in the corner. Cooper Anderson gets it back. Inside pass goes to Reffett. And we're going to have an offensive foul. Terrence Reffett. He's got 2 points here tonight. But he's going to get called for the charge on that one. That'll be the third foul here on A-Town here in the quarter. 3:52 to go. Sherrard trailing by 17. Got to move quickly here as Jaron Jones into the game. There's the top of the key. 3! That one up and good. Devin Bull with another basket. He leads the way with 9 for the Tigers. Quickly the other way, here's Colin Jennings. Jennings up top. Gets it to Carrion. Picks up the dribble, gets it right side. Now, nice pass cutting to the basket. Branson Thomas puts up a floater. That one's no good. And the rebound comes out. Here come the Tigers. Inside pass goes to Farron-Krog. Turnaround, left-handed hook shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, whistle and a tie-up. Harper Farwell coming in on the tie-up effort there. 3:11 to go here in the fourth. It's 50-36. A-Town basketball on the tie-up there. Oh, Sherrard ball, excuse me. That shot up no good. A rebound tipped down. Farron-Krog will chase it down near the line. Oh, boy, nearly an over and back, but Carrion has got it, and he's fouled. 3:01 to go here, fourth quarter. Another foul on Sherrard, their second. 50-36 is the score. And don't forget, we got the varsity game coming up here in just a little bit, so this has been a very well-contested ball game here. That one tipped out of play. A-Town kind of pulling away in the second half, thanks to a 14-6 third quarter. But it is going to be no picnic in game number 2. Sherrard brings a lot of size. There's a lot of size on this one, but A-Town able to play that size mismatch pretty well. They're going Fahrenkrog all the way to the basket, lays it up and in, and getting it to go. A whistle and a timeout. And Sherrard wants to talk things over. 2:41 to go here. This one ain't over yet, folks. 50-38. Sherrard just a few baskets away from making this really interesting. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as you're watching coverage of A-Town Sports, presented by Mid-Century Fiber on TSSR. As the A-Town Tornado is currently leading by a dozen, but Sherrard trying to cut back into that lead. And oh boy, near a dangerous pass there. Thomas going to get it to McCann coming the other way. Into the corner, Carrion, open three on the way, out of the timeout. That one up and good. It's Elias Carrion. He's got another one. He's got 17 here tonight. And that was a huge, huge bucket. And then a tip and a steal. 53-38 our score. Other way, here come the Tigers. We got a whistle and a foul. It'll be on A-Town. That'll be their fourth. Be on number 13, Terrence Reffett. Or excuse me, that is on Sherrard, I should say. It's on Maddox Mayhew. I had my directions mixed up there for a second. 2:12 to go. First one up and good for Colin Jennings. So let me adjust the scoreboard here. Both teams now with 3 fouls. 2:12 to go. Sherrard had a chance to make this close ball game here with a couple baskets, down 12, but A-Town hits a massive, massive three out of the timeout. Carrion with 17 here in this JV contest. Driving inside all the way to the basket. Nice play there, laying it up and in is Maddox Mayhew as the Tigers trying to cut back into it. It's 54 to 40. As I don't have the scoreboard correct there. There we go. Got to get my score correct. 54-14, 1:52 to go. Inbound play. Sherrard's got to move quickly here if they want to try to make this thing a little interesting. Just give them a little scare, maybe. That's what they're hoping for. Nice pass, Fahrenkrog. Spin move, and he traveled. And he traveled. It's been a frustrating day here maybe for Dominique Fahrenkrog, as he has been, he's had some good looks, but he's been well defended here by this A-Town defense. Couple of turnovers. That one hurts the Tigers here, who are hoping to get back into this thing here, but with less than a minute and a half, we got a whistle and a foul. Things all but over here, you'd think, maybe for the Tigers. A-Town getting ready to do a full substitution here. They're going to bring in Paxton Fields and Deacon Anderson. Number 13, Terrence Reffett, coming back out onto the floor. And 3, I don't have number 3's numbered, do I? I do not. I don't have the JV number 3. Number 3 on the varsity roster is Trey Keenan. But I know that is not Trey Keenan, so I don't know who number 3 is on the JV roster. Somebody in the comments will help me out, I'm sure. 1:25 to go here. I think that's Bentley Soroka, but I could be wrong here. 1:20 to go. Nope, Paxton Fields with it, now up top. To our mysterious no-name number 3. Gets it left side, number 25. Deacon Anderson up top. 3 at the end of the shot clock. And that will be a turnover for A-Town. Couple substitutions here for Sherrard as this one all but wrapped up here. 63 seconds to go, barring an absolute stunner. Stranger things have happened in the game of basketball. 1 minute to go, though, here in our fourth quarter of our JV matchup. Varsity matchup coming up next. As new names in to this one. Chase Stenger, number 12, into the game. Shot up, that is a wild shot, no good. Paxton Fields gets the rebound, and he is fouled. And that's going to put the Tigers over the limit. We'll go to the line here. 54-40 the score. That's the 5th foul. It'll be shots. 2 shots the other way. The officials, even, what is this, the second or third year of that rule? I think it's the second year of that rule where the fouls reset and you played a 5 and then it's double bonus. Officials still having trouble with that. Paxton Fields' first shot's up and good, so he's on the score sheet here. Much like the shot clock, it's going to take some getting used to. Still is some getting used to there with that foul rule. That is one I'm not a fan of. I like the way it was. The 1-and-1 is a lost art in the game of basketball. Here's a 3 from the corner. That one no good. Puts a big focus on making your free throws. 28.7 seconds to go. It'll be a foul on number 31, Nolan Klein, for the Tigers. And back to the line go the Tornadoes with 28.7 seconds to go as Paxton Fields back to the line. First one on the way, it's up and good. Fields 2 for 3 from the line. 28.7 seconds to go here. One more on the way. It's up. It is good. Gets the shooter's touch there. Paxton Fields with 3 points from the line. It's 57-40. Shot up no good by the Tigers. Rebound goes to A-Town. 17 seconds left. Coming quickly the other way and throwing it right at the cheerleaders there. Out of play. Got to keep your head on a swivel. 14.3 seconds to go here. Here come the Tigers. One last possession here. 10 seconds to go. Driving to the baseline. Turn around. Extra pass. Puts up the shot. Had one blocked away by McCann. A 3. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. And that's going to end this ball game. What a block there by McCann to wrap this one up. What a ball game for the A-Town Tornado JV squad. Despite the size mismatch, I mean, every player on Sherrard's roster is at least, well, most of them anyway. There's 1 5'6", but there's 2 5'6", but and then there's 1 5'9", but a good majority of their players are 5'10" or taller. So the size mismatch doesn't bother A-Town one bit. They win this one 57-40. Here in our JV contest this evening. Our varsity contest will be getting underway here rather shortly. Let's take a look at the numbers before we wrap this one up here tonight. A-Town led in scoring by Elias Carrion. What a ball game for him. He had 17 points in the winning effort as he was one of 3 players in double figures. Carrion with 17. Cooper Anderson had 12 here tonight. He was very impressive there, especially on the defensive side, I thought. 10 points tonight for Eli Schisler. 6 points for Branson Thomas. 4 points for Caden McCann. 3 points for Paxton Fields. Terrence Reffett had a shot at the end of the first half. He finishes with 2 points. 2 points for Dax Anderson, and 1 point tonight for Colin Jennings. That's your scoring breakdown for A-Town here this evening. Again, Elias Carrion leading the way with 17 points. Sherrard, their leaders here tonight. Scoring leader is Devin Bull. He finished with 9 points here tonight. And then it was Maddox Mayhew with 8 points. 7 points for Landon Van Winkle. 6 points for Colby Butts. 5 points for Dominic Farrenkrog. And 3 points for Harper Farwell. That's kind of a frustrating night for the Tigers. They finish with just 40 points. I mean, it was a full team effort, but nobody could really step up and make that big effort and end up getting the Tigers back into this ball game. A very dominant fourth quarter. A-Town outscoring Sherrard in the second half, 28 to, or excuse me, let me get my math right here. Is it 28 to 20? I think so. 29, 28. Yep, 29, 28. Oh, yeah, that's 29 to 20 is the second half total, but they were up by 9 already, so a 17-point win for the JV squad. The varsity squad will be getting underway here in less than 15 minutes. We'll have that one for you, and head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, will be joining us here on the call of that one. So we'll have him join us here, and we'll be getting ready to go here. Pre-game will get underway here less than 10 minutes from now. Head over to the other stream, head over to our homepage, head to the live tab, and check out the varsity stream. It's its own stream, and we'll be going live there in just a few moments. So looking forward to this varsity matchup here tonight. Battle of undefeated teams. One team will suffer their first loss. Who's it going to be, A-Town or Sherrard? We'll bring it to you coming up in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.